As we observe Spinal Cord Injury Awareness Month, it's crucial to discuss not just the medical implications, but also the legal aspects surrounding these life-changing injuries. Joining us today, we've got David Greene with Greene and Phillips to shed light on what you need to know if you or a loved one suffers a spinal cord injury due to an accident. David, it's good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
So you guys get a lot of cases through your doors. What have you seen with spinal cord injuries?
I'll tell you what, these are horrible injuries. They can happen anywhere, anytime, and we just need to know what to do when they happen. Auto crashes, sometimes they're belting issues, sometimes people fall, gosh, fall into a pool, fall off of a ladder. Many times, we've seen so many of these things, and really, you need to make sure you talk to a local law firm like the lawyers at Greene and Phillips that have handled this type of case, because they're very different than other cases.
So what are some of the legal challenges that people face after suffering an injury like that? Well,
one of the things is the care. I mean, gosh, we've had cases over the years where folks are, paralysis from the waist down or neck down, I mean, quadriplegic, that type of thing. These can be very serious for care in the future, and it's something that's ongoing, and it's a horrible injury. You want to maximize the value of your case in order so that you can have a lifestyle that you can afford your bills, afford to be able to take care of yourself. I mean, you just want to make sure that you maximize what you have, because you only get one shot. And unfortunately, these happen. They're products that are defective that are out there, whether it be a car seat or a seat back, or just simply an A-pillar or something that collapses in a car. Many times you've got these type of injuries and people just don't know what to do. They need to talk to a local law firm that does this type of case, like the lawyers at Greene and Phillips. There are other law firms that do them as well, do a great job. But call us if you're involved in this type of incident, because you really need somebody like us.
So let's say someone does have a spinal cord injury from an accident like this. What should they look for when they're looking for a personal injury lawyer?
Well, you need to ask the lawyer whether you've handled a case like this. And we've handled these cases over the years. I mean, we've been in business almost 28 years. We've handled them for many years. Someone who's handled this type of case and understands life care plans, understands product liability law, or has the resources to put a case like this together, because it can be very expensive. You're talking about a case that the life care plan may be millions of dollars to take care of someone, and you've got to have a firm that can actually put the case together to go fight the big insurance company, the big manufacturer of the product, and to be able to recover for the family. It's very important to make sure that you do that, but I think a local law firm like us can make a huge difference, because we're in the local courts all the time. The judges know us, they recognize us when we come in. It makes a big difference.
Of course. So let's talk about compensation. Every single case is different, but what kind of compensation may a person be entitled to after this?
Well, number one, if there's paralysis, there may be a life care plan of the care for nursing care around the clock, all their medical bills, the things that they've had to go through, the surgeries, the future surgeries. If there's traumatic brain injury, there may be care that's ongoing for that. I can think of a case right now that I actually still communicate with a young lady. This is a case that happened 17 years ago, and just a precious young lady. She was 19 years old, struck by a big truck, traumatic brain injury, paralysis, and she's precious, and she's done really well. She's unable to walk, but she's able to communicate. And so, but the care that she's been able to get, because we represented her, made a huge difference in the ability for her to get better. And so she hasn't been able to go and work or anything of that nature, but she's able to somewhat function. And so being able to care for folks, that's a big part of what we do, but you need to make sure you get the right law firm that can get you the money that's necessary to have that care.
Of course. Well, if someone has any more questions about this case or others, how can they get in contact with you guys?
It's very simple. You go to greenphillips.com, fill out the contact form, or call us at 251-300-2000.
All right, David, thank you so much. We'll have more on fox10tv.com.